We are joined by Novatus Igosha from the International Affairs and Department and analyst there based in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Thank you for joining us, Novatus. What are your thoughts on the latest deal between the DRC and Rwanda?
Thank you for having me. This deal between DRC and Rwanda is both symbolic and significant, where Kigali and DRC come with a rare moment where they have dialogue to find solution to the conflict, which is among the deadliest conflicts in the Great Lakes region. However, as far as the agreement was done under the auspices of a powerful mediator, in this case, the United States Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, it is pivotal where it can shift entrenched grievances. Now, there is a declaration they signed called the Declaration for Peace Principles, in which they agreed to have condemnation of genocide, security cooperation, having cooperation in both human rights and good governance, and at the same time, regional integration. However, the bottom line lies on the local communities where they can be able to cooperate and end the long-standing military grievances between dozens of military groups that are in the DRC, notably the M23, the FDLR, and others.
All right, Novatus, break it down for us, if you will. The text says the deal will bring significant U.S. public and private investments to the region, which is rich in minerals, including tantalum and gold. Is it all about an end to conflict, or are we seeing other interests at play here?
Okay, thank you. That's a very good question. To be honest, the deal is not only about peace. It's about minerals. It's about markets. It's about shifting geopolitical power play here. You see, the United States is trying to find new markets and mineral resources in order to reduce dependence on China, which is the world's growing superpower and the preeminent dominant power, which holds about 95% of the world's supply chain of rare earth minerals. So the DRC is rich in minerals such as tantalum, gold, lithium, which are very crucial for smartphones, electric vehicles, and of course, nuclear weapons. So at the end of the day, it's not only about peace. Peace is really key and significantly at play here. But investments is about trying to bring in the US to take control of access for strategic mineral resources that are in this region. But the moral obligation is not only for American investments and the multinational corporations to benefit, but the local people, which have been mired in this conflict for over 50 years.
All right, Novatus, this agreement raises hopes that the latest cycle of violence in the Eastern DRC might ease. But tell us what you think is the relation between this agreement and the conflict in the Eastern DRC, and whether the deal will stop violence in the East.
To be honest, I don't think the deal will automatically stop violence. It won't work on itself alone, but I think it is crucial to bring political dialogue. It is crucial to bring reconciliation, demobilization, and of course, justice to the people, which is the real elements of how to negotiate. But at the end of the day, it's something that should trickle from top to the bottom, whereby demobilization of the fighting groups such as the M23, reconciliation about the grievances that emanate from the 1994 genocide should also be put into play, where the people that have been suffering, particularly women and children, should also be given their human rights, but time to make sure that implementation is not only about the strategic interests of key players on the upper hand of governments, but the local people. So I don't think completely the deal will work, but it is very significant because it brings political space, and the political space brings political dialogue, and that would give elements like reconciliation and room for negotiation in order to have a sustainable peace for the DRC and of course their their neighbors Rwanda and the greater East African community and Africa at large.
All right. Novatus Igosha, International Affairs Analyst based in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. Thanks for that.